While Delilah demanded and got temper tantrum, this woman I'm going to talk about today is a woman that lived by the saying, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I'm talking about Ruth, the great grandmother of King David. Welcome to Leah's Bible Babble. The book of Ruth is one of the shortest books in the Bible, with only 4 chapters, but is significant enough to be important for the other books that follow this one. It is written down about 3,000 years ago, and it takes place during the time of Judges, and are therefore placed right after the book of the same name. Lemons in Ruth's life starts when she becomes a widow. Her mother-in-law, Naomi, decides to move back home where she has relatives, though she herself has been widowed and both of her sons are gone. Ruth decides not to leave Naomi's side and goes along with her. Back home, Ruth needs to get a job and gets one by picking grains from the fields. And now starts the lemonade in her life, or what I would want to call it, a love story. The guy that owns the fields, his name is Boaz, and he falls for her. And how do we know that? It's not much by words, but his actions. He let her pick how much grain she wishes, which in practical means that she and Naomi has food and has enough food for storage for harder times. She can rest in the shade and drink water whenever she needs to. She takes her fate in her own hands and actually proposes him by getting into his bed at night and falls asleep by his feet. This might seem odd to us 3,000 years later, but back then that was totally normal to do in the Israeli culture. And I can't imagine it was too common that a woman proposes to a man instead of the other way around. But her action impressed on Boaz. He also protects her by giving his people the order of not disturb her in her work. The social structure in this time was that the widow couldn't remarry whoever she wanted, and the same was for Boaz. He couldn't marry her at once either. But buying Naomi's husband's land, Boaz inherited both Naomi and her 2 daughter-in-laws that were widowed, and therefore could marry Ruth. What happens to Naomi and Ruth's former sister-in-laws no one knows, but one thing is for sure, they have a new family that will look after them. And it doesn't take long before Ruth gets pregnant and give birth to a baby boy they name Obed. And he, in his stead, will be the grandfather of King David. So, the question for this episode: how does your love story turn out? Do you have one of your own you want to share with me? Or maybe a fictional love story? Could be anything. Just tell me in the comments. And if you like this episode, share, and please be a member of this channel and ring the notification bell so you know when a new chapter is up. We are going to end this episode with a prayer, and it comes from chapter 1, verse 16b. Wherever you go, I'll go. Wherever you stay, I stay. You are my people, your God. is my God. Amen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!